The 14th of February 2025 public announcement by anti-NHK political party in English. Tachibana Takashi is the leader of an anti-NHK political party. He is crazy but honest. Regarding the relationship between Horaiki Hiroshi, aka Genren, co-chair of the 12, Wanyan Peace Party, and Tachibana Takashi. Horaiki Hiroshi, who became a naturalized citizen from China 3 years ago, requested the NHK party to run for office. However, Kurokawa Atsuhiko, who was at NHK at the time, made a street proclamation against Horaiki Hiroshi, calling him a Chinese spy. As a result, Horaiki Hiroshi is suing Kurokawa Atsuhiko, Nomoto Ryosuke, the Mintsuku Party, and Tachibana Takashi. Kurokawa Atsuhiko and Nomoto Ryosuke may pay compensation. The Mintsuku Party is in a delicate position, and it is likely that the compensation claim against Tachibana Takashi will be dismissed. If naturalized citizens can become Diet members immediately, I want the restriction on age 30 and over to be abolished. Also, Takayuki Ochiai of the Constitutional Democratic Party says that 2-horsepower elections are illegal under the current law, but if that's the case, why haven't they taken it to court? Isn't Takayuki Ochiai an idiot for making such statements without knowing the law? The law stipulates that elections that are not aimed at winning are limited by the deposit. The deposit should be made higher. There's no way that someone who can't prepare 30 million yen can win an election for the House of Councillors, Tokyo Governor, Hyogo Governor, or Chiba Governor. Since they can also broadcast the government's message, it is worth more than 30 million yen. In the first place, only experienced and capable people should run for governor. For example, look at the recent Tokyo Governor and Hyogo Governor elections. People who run for office as a joke don't get even 1% of the votes. Therefore, the deposit should be increased from 3 million yen to 30 million yen, and the deposit forfeiture line, vote share, should be lowered from 10% to 1%. By the way, the deposit for local assembly members is 300,000 yen, and the deposit forfeiture line is 1%. On social media platforms such as YouTube and X, which are managed by the US, it is very difficult to identify the person who made the comment and to go to court afterwards. Furthermore, no matter how vicious the slander is, you can only receive compensation of a few 100,000 yen. Therefore, we should set up a social media site on a Japanese national platform where only the truth can be told and the crime of spreading slander will be severe. It's the same idea as license plates on cars. If someone does something bad, we should be able to identify them and punish them. We should not regulate everything. Rather than regulating lies, we should create a platform that speaks the truth. Kishiguchi Minoru of the Japan Innovation Party gave the paper to Tachibana Takashi. The mastermind behind the slander against Hyogo Prefecture Governor Saito Motohiko was Takeuchi Hideaki, a prefectural assembly member, and others. Also, Wataise Yasuhide, who was the prefectural citizen bureau chief, was having an affair with a woman. That's what the paper said, but up until now, Kishiguchi Minoru has stated that he did not give the paper to Tachibana Takashi. Kishiguchi Minoru wants the Japan Innovation Party's official endorsement at all costs. Since there is a chance that he can get a decent number of votes in the proportional representation election for the Japan Innovation Party. However, since the Japan Innovation Party at the time was anti-Saito Motohiko, Kishiguchi Minoru seems to want to deny the existence of the paper, which would support Saito Motohiko. Otherwise, he might not get the Japan Innovation Party's official endorsement. Therefore, if the Japan Innovation Party officially endorses Kishiguchi Minoru, he will honestly testify that he gave the paper to Tachibana Takashi. Kishiguchi Minoru is a righteous man who made the facts public, so the Japan Innovation Party should have a thorough discussion with him. Rather than favoring famous celebrities who have not contributed to the party, wouldn't it be better for the Japan Innovation Party to favor people like Kishiguchi Minoru who are working hard in politics? I would like to introduce the arguments made by Ezuki Michio in his book, The Occupation of Japan and the Crisis of the Defeat Revolution. It is not as simple as saying that Japan became peaceful after the war ended, but that the Soviet Union was behind it, and that if Japan had made one wrong move, it could have become like North Korea. This is not taught in Japan, but it is important. On the program Japan Journal, Hori Takafumi criticized the Democratic Party for the People, which advocated the promotion of financial income tax. The Communist Party also considers only physical labor to be work, and belittles intellectual labor. On the program Japan Journal, Hori Takafumi criticized the Democratic Party for the People, which advocated the promotion of financial income tax. Intelligent labor, such as stock investment, involves risk and is equally valuable as physical labor. However, it is wrong to drastically raise taxes on the acquisition of such information. The Ministry of Finance has stated that the tax rate is low for those with incomes of over 100 million yen, so there is a possibility that taxation will be promoted, but the basis for this is unclear. We will lobby the Diet to abolish the 30% financial income tax as well. A 2-horsepower election is when two candidates run at the same time, and one candidate supports the other within the limits of the law. It goes against the spirit of the law, and I was told by a certain person to stop, so I will not be doing 2-horsepower elections in Chiba gubernatorial elections. Governor Kumagai Toshihito also dislikes 2-horsepower elections. There is no need to do something that has been done once twice. The original purpose was to criticize the biased reporting of the mass media, and that is what ultimately led to the 2-horsepower election. I have been subjected to terrible slander, and I may be the biggest victim in Japan. That is why, in the Chiba gubernatorial elections, instead of X or YouTube, I will create a national platform SNS, and appeal that although anonymity is possible, names will be posted in the event of trouble, and the punishment will be severe. In addition, we require posters to be qualified and recognize the truth or similarity of their content to ensure that the content they post is not defamatory. The Japan Innovation Party is interviewing Tachibana Takashi by phone about the accusations made by Kishiguchi Minoru. The paper exposed the actions of anti-Saito Motohiko governors, but later Kishiguchi Minoru testified that he did not give the paper to Tachibana Takashi, which is different from Tachibana Takashi's assertion that he received the paper. The Japan Innovation Party does not seem to suspect Tachibana Takashi. I would like the Japan Innovation Party to investigate the accusatory paper made by Kishiguchi Minoru. If the Japan Innovation Party gives Kishiguchi Minoru the official endorsement for the proportional representation election for the House of Councillors, he will testify that he honestly handed the paper over. If Kishiguchi Minoru continues to lie about not handing over the paper, Tachibana Takashi will have to sue Kishiguchi Minoru, which is not what Tachibana Takashi wants. NHK fabricated reporting on Gunkanjima. There were lies about wartime conscription and photos of the inside of the mine. On top of that, South Korea used NHK's fabricated reporting on Gunkanjima. The Industrial Heritage Center exposed the fabricated reporting, and the NHK president apologized. I will be visiting the Industrial Heritage Center in the future, and will be presenting it to the Diet. Hamada Satoshi presented Sao Chin-shao, the editor-in-chief of TBS's news special, with an X. Constitutional Democratic Party member Sugio Hidea criticized Hamada Satoshi for presenting her nationality. On the other hand, Hamada Satoshi only presented her name, and did not mention her nationality. NHK, which investigated Japan Post Insurance's fraudulent sales, apparently published the minutes of a meeting that had been kept secret on its website. Vice Governor Katayama Yasutaka was about to make a statement about the contents of the computer of Wataise Yasuhide, the head of the Nishi-Harima Prefectural Affairs Bureau. However, Okutani Kenichi, the chairman of the 100 Article Committee, stopped Katayama Yasutaka from making a statement. The conversation was conducted in secret, but the audio data was leaked. Tachibana Takashi wanted to tell Okutani Kenichi, who was responsible for the leak of the secret audio data of the 100 Article Committee. In exchange for hearing from Okutani Kenichi the reason for stopping Katayama Yasutaka's statement. Okutani Kenichi is running away from Tachibana Takashi and playing the victim, so Okutani Kenichi may be doing something really bad. When Tachibana Takashi went to Okutani Kenichi's office, he went through the proper procedures, such as making a phone call, so there is no reason for him to be criticized for going to the office. The person who leaked the audio data is an employee of the Hyogo Prefecture Environment Department, and has contacted both Bunshin and Shuga no Tomotsu. This means that even people who are against Saito Motohiko could easily access the audio data. The person is knowledgeable about the law and took the necessary steps to be a legitimate whistleblower. The person was critical of Tachibana Takashi, but the information was fragmented and it seemed that he only knew a portion of the information. If the person doesn't want to, Tachibana Takashi will not make the person's name public. Japan Innovation Party Secretary General Iwatani Ryohei should investigate the suspected Kishiguchi Minoru and Maeda Nobumi. Kishiguchi Minoru and Maeda Nobumi should hold a press conference to explain the suspicions. By the way, these matters were discussed between Tachibana Takashi, Hashimoto Toru, and Yokoyama Hidetoshi, so a video will be released at a later date. Hashimoto Toru still seems to have influence over the Japan Innovation Party. During the Chiba Prefecture gubernatorial election, we plan to put up at most 1/7 of the total number of posters. We do not consider posters important. Kishiwada City's Maeda Nobumi's affair has not been reported. The Kanpo fraud has been settled and the minutes will be released. We will borrow 150 million yen for the House of Councillors election deposit from Zozen Taro. As a party, we would like to borrow about 30 million yen for other election funds, with no interest or collateral, and no more than 10,000 yen. We can pay it back if we can secure 2% of the election, but we apologize if we cannot. It is expected that Atsu Ayaka's bankruptcy will be decided around next week. In that case, she will be removed from her position as the representative of the Mintsuku Party for the time being. The flow of the Mintsuku Party's 41.5 million yen has not been made clear, which has led to personal bankruptcy. If the Supreme Court makes a decision, Atsu Ayaka will likely be arrested soon. However, if the total of about 60 million yen is returned, the crime will be reduced. If trustee Mori Toshiaki becomes the representative of the Mintoku Party, the party will be able to obtain political party subsidies. The tax savings through apps and party branches will be done in consultation with the National Tax Agency in order to receive instructions from the wealthy. I agree with the 12 won Nihon Party's medical cost reduction and care system. I do not agree with the ban on eating dogs and cats. In the first place, such a culture does not exist in Japan. It will be difficult to win 5 seats with such policies. Supporting celebrities is likely to violate the Public Offices Election Act and is a high risk. In addition, Dewey Sukarno of the 12 won Nihon Party does not currently have Japanese citizenship, so she should not be able to campaign. AI mayor from the Mintoku Party is planning to run in the Higashimarayama city election, but since the party is bankrupt, it will not be able to recover the expenses. That's it.